how do you fill yourself up? Because so many of us go externally. Like we're like, I need somebody else to validate me. No, I'm going to argue with my husband until he realizes I'm right and he's wrong. I'm going to throw someone under the bus because I need everybody else to fill my cup up.
Yeah.
Where you went and you filled your own cup up. You prayed, you visualized, you connected, and you realized your own self-value and worth. And then you're able to, like, you even realized that was a trigger for me.
Here's the deal. We're two moms and we popped babies out in our 40s. And it's hard.
It was hard.
It's also the best thing that's ever happened to either one of us.
Yeah, but now we're moms in our 40s.
In our 40s.
With preschoolers. So let's talk about that.
Let's talk about it.
Let's bring the community together of women.
All the moms, 40, 20.
And also, like, let's just talk about, like, real shit. Real life, real women shit.
Yeah, real women shit. Let's do that.
Shit's hard. And also, it's funny. Life is funny.
Let me just pull my bush out of my bush.
Cheers.
Cheers. Unfiltered.
Because if you want a show, we're a shit show. We're here for you.
Yeah.
Ho, ho, happy holidays. Welcome to Maturish Mamas. I'm Cal.
Thanks.
We're looking sexy AF today. We're wearing these elf outfits everywhere we go for the rest of the season. So if you wonder if it's us, if we're wearing this,
It's us.
that's all you have to know.
You don't have to wonder anymore.
Nope. So Buddy the Elf ain't got shit on us.
Hope you find your dad.
I forgot about that part. Just gonna pop a spindrift with you guys.
Woo!
Cheers.
Cheers.
Here's to the holiday season, Megs. We're in it.
We're in it.
You guys, are you having fun yet? Who's having fun?
Woo!
Oh, man, I'm having a blast.
I am not.
She just had her first Thanksgiving. She's like, I've got so many more holidays.
Oh, yep. It's been wonderful.
My like calendar is starting to get full. Like I was telling my mom the other day, I was like, okay, so we've got this Saturday, this Sunday, this whatever. It's like, don't do anything 90% of the year, but then in December, make sure that you have something Friday night, Saturday morning, Saturday night, Sunday.
Yep. Cram it all in.
Cram
right
it-
at the end.
Yeah.
Right at the end. Just cram it in the end.
Cram it in the end.
No lube. Nothing. Just get it. Just jam it in there.
Jam Cram. You're listening to the Jam Cram episode. The Christmas Jam Cram. It's like the Jam Cam on the Zootopia.
Oh.
But it's the Jam Cram.
The cram jam.
Cram Jam.
I don't know.
You're not sure.
We're workshopping that still.
We're still workshopping it. But anyways, 'tis the season.
Ho, ho, ho.
So we want to talk to you guys maybe today about just some of our best holiday memories and or not, opposite of thereof. And then we'll just mix in some shit. We'll talk about some other stuff that you might want to just, cookie style. Just oh my
mix it
gosh.
in.
Yeah. Speaking of nothing we're talking about, the kids made Sour Patch Kid cookies yesterday. Yeah, you see it on the bag and you're like, that's idiocracy. Like, who would actually do that? And then Quincy comes home from grandma's like, Mom, look. And guess what?
They were delicious.
They were good. They were really good. We've gotten all these like homemade cookies from people just post-surgery because they're like, let's fatten Callie up because it'll be funny if her belly is bigger than her flat chest.
Yeah, that would be funny.
Everybody's working on it. It's like, I think it's, do you guys have like a poll going on or something? Is there?
Yeah, behind your back.
Yeah. Yep. It's like,
How many
pounds?
calories can you get into Cal? It's called the calories.
Calories. How many pounds can we get her to gain by New Year's? And then they like Megs this probably has like, she's like, let me take measurements of your waist. And she acts like it's for an outfit she's buying me.
It
but
totally
really,
it is. And then we have at my house in the garage, we have, remember the mountain climber game at on The Price is Right? That's what we have. It's just you like this. And we play that little
just getting bigger and bigger. So then I can look like, it's like the Oompa Loompas, like little flat chest and just like bubble belly. Just like I looked when I was like 3.
Yeah.
That's exactly like I looked.
like Mac and Me. Remember that movie with the little alien guy?
Oh, yes.
With
That's
the
exactly.
big old belly and
We are not speaking that into existence, Lord.
No.
Please do not take any of that
These are just
seriously.
jokes.
Jesty jokes from my jesty joker over here from the elf. That's not happening. Anyways.
From the elf.
Yeah, the cookies were good. That was
good.
That was the point of that conversation.
super duper.
Okay, I want to start.
Go ahead.
Because Megan doesn't have a memory, so basically...
I can't remember anything I really, truly have quite a horrible memory. Anything pre
2023.
Yeah. I have people tell me like stories and I'm like, no way. And they're like, you were there.
I actually do get that where people are like, do you remember, one of my friends always, do you remember your birthday party at the ice skating ring? I'm like, what are you talking about? I didn't even like ice skating, first of all. And I don't think that happened, but she's certain that it did.
And I bet it did.
Yep.
But
jingle bells.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock.
That's going to be, I'm just going to put that away for the keeping.
Tuck my bell.
Tuck her in.
That looks nice.
See if she works.
It's an improvement for sure.
So I'm picking up what you're throwing down on the lack there of the memories. But then you think about, like, we talked about Thanksgiving earlier, and we were talking about like your traditions and altering your traditions and some of our different Christmas stuff. But there's my one specific, this is the things I think about at 4 a.m. when I wake up, you guys. I'm like, what was your favorite Christmas memory? And like, I don't know, like there's a lot of like really wonderful ones. I'm like, what was your least favorite? Like, was it when you had your concussion and you could like barely think? Yeah, no, like that's all right. Was it like when you had your surgery and you couldn't use your right arm, so you couldn't like wrap any presents? That was like, I mean, that was all right. I could handle that. Yeah. You know, was it when you were going through bankruptcy and like right after the recession and you guys couldn't really buy presents, so you just like wrapped everything in huge boxes and got your kids 4 things that were probably hand-me-downs from friends? No, that
sounds great.
That was cool. Yeah, that was cool too. This was the one that came to my heart, was when Caleb and I were, I don't know, maybe I was like 5 or so. And I've mentioned before that we're the early Christmas getter-uppers because it's just part of our tradition. And I don't like to sleep anyways. I'm like, I do like to sleep now, but like, it's just, you know, like morning.
Well, when you're a kid and you're excited, there's a whole thing behind it. We all know.
Yeah. I woke up at 5 a.m. before my whole family, an hour all through school, to watch Webster. If you guys can you imagine this? And I had like a little baby tiny TV that sat in my room. How lucky was I in the 90s to have a little tiny TV, a little black and white? You could turn to like your 13 stations.
Yep.
And probably more like 6 stations. Probably wasn't 13.
Yeah.
But then like Webster was on at 5 a.m. So if I got up early enough, I could sneak in a little
Webster.
Little web episode.
Get your Webster fix before school. Mainline it on your little black and white.
So you can imagine how mature are you guys? Are you guys 65? No, we're still in our 40s, y'all. I don't know. That's just the life we...
It's funny that I wore the hat with the bell because I'm the one who shakes my head all the time. So it's like even you tucked it and I can still hear it shaking back there.
She's going to the hat's down, y'all.
Hat's down.
Yeah, but you know that she was wearing it before. Give it up. Give it up, people. We can't just be jangling this whole thing. Strip it off.
Okay.
Yes.
Here we go.
So, of course, on Christmas morning, we're going to wake up super early, and we just always did. And that was our tradition. And my parents would sleep in. We weren't allowed to wake them up until like 6. So we would go down. We would open up our stockings between like 3:30 and 5 in the morning whenever we got up. So one year, my aunt and uncle were in town, and our little 4-level house... Wow, I had a little 4-level house then, and I have a little 4-level house now. And it's not this one. It's our first one.
Right.
We had to walk past them and this is this one little area. They were on an air mattress. And we had to walk past them to get to the living room where Santa would be there. And we could see the pleasure of what he had deposited in front of the tree. And we're like, okay. And like, I wake up like, Caleb, wake up. Because he wasn't like me. I'm like, get up. Yeah. And he's like, oh, it's Christmas. Let's go. So we go and we're like sneaking down the stairs and we're trying to get to the tree. And my aunt and uncle are like, what are you doing? Like they were like, get back to bed.
And at 5 years old, you're just like,
I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. So we go back up and like him and I are like, we're probably in one of the rooms. Like I'm probably crying and he's probably like, F that. Like,
Yeah.
All the different things. And I'm like, our Christmas is forever ruined because we didn't get to go down and do our thing before. So we had to wait a couple hours. And I
torture.
Think, they were probably more like 8 a.m. waker uppers. So like for them, they're like, we had to wake up at 6, and for us, we had to wake up later. And all because moms and dads, listen to this, mothers and fathers, they didn't communicate the expectation of what our holiday tradition is. So my aunt and uncle were just doing what they thought. That's what they would have done with their kids, go back to sleep. But for our entirety of our lives, all 45 years, I've got to waken up whatever time I want to get to waking up.
Yeah.
That's the deal.
Yeah.
Except for 1 year. the one Christmas where I had to, this white glove is really servicing me.
It is. I love it.
The one Christmas where we had to freaking wait in our rooms and we didn't get to have our Christmas
For
tradition.
hours.
For hours.
In the dark.
Who cares about bankruptcy, cancer, broken bones, and all the things? We had to wait in our rooms. And this is the crazy part. Like kids, that's something that molds and shapes their feelings and their expectations. It's the little shit. Like we think the big things are going to be the things that matter.
Yes.
No, it's the teeny tiny moments like you forgot to dress your kids in pajama on pajama day and now they're forever scarred.
Yes.
So I just want to tell you guys, as parents, you're screwing it up. Because there's no other option.
If you don't think you are. Okay? We all are.
And if you don't think you did, you did.
You did.
You effed it up.
You did.
And your kid is permanently...
And it's only, it's not because you bought them everything they ever wanted in their whole life. It's because you were 5 minutes late to picking them up from karate and they thought you abandoned them in the middle of a strip mall.
And forever, they will never get married now.
Nope.
They will never, ever, ever. They're never going to have kids and they can't even maintain a friendship because you were late to taekwondo pickup.
It's you.
So happy parenting. This is
Merry Christmas.
This is the real world. Isn't it so true though?
It is true. It does though. It truly is those little things. And isn't that so funny that it's like a testament, I think, to even just like human nature is we pick up these, we decide to hold on to these little morsels of negativity when it gets shot at us. And it's like, it's these triggers. I have a great story because this just happened to me.
Yes.
And I had this whole thing. So I got triggered. Something triggered me in my marriage on Sunday. My husband was having his own moments. He was having his own feelings about life. And he decided that he needed to share that with me. And what he wanted to tell me was that he felt like he was doing everything right now. Like that's just how he was feeling in life, right? That he's doing everything and he's taking care of everything and doing everything. But because I have this trigger inside of me about it, and it's taken me, that happened Saturday and now it's Monday, and it's taken me this long till this morning for me to work through that. I took it as giving, I was basically giving him all of the cards to hold my self-worth. And so I took that in as, well, I'm not good enough. What I'm doing isn't good enough. And it hit me. It took my legs out from under me and it was rough. 2 days, was really, really in a sad place. And it was a reflection of me and not necessarily of him, but it took me till today to realize that. So just so you know, it's all these little tiny things that we carry on with us. And so then we have to work on how you internalize things. And I realized, one, it was my ego. And it just was really hard because we've just been going through a lot lately. And I feel like I have been taking care of a lot of things lately. So when he said that, I was like, well, fuck.
Yeah, I'm actually I am stepped in 150% right now. So what is it when I'm only 100%?
Right. And so, and it truly was like, oh, well, so then I had my internal dialogue turned into, all of those things that you're like, well, I'm not good enough. I'm not doing enough. I'm not providing what I should be. I'm not, whatever you start to do to yourself, or I do to myself sometimes, is I just get on that beat up bandwagon and I just let it roll down the fucking hill. So
can I just psychologically say this? Because Megs was saying when we before we even started the episode, she's like, well, I'm not going to remember much because I have trauma, what'd you call it? Trauma treasures.
Yeah. Trauma treasures.
They're back there because of the taekwondo instance where she was picked up late. She's just forgotten all about that, but she just knows she never wants to. Okay. That's an example. That's not real, guys. But when I hear you talk about that, Megs, I think about how you were the caretaker for an entire family unit. Yeah. Just because you were the matriarchal person, just because of your familial situation. She had all the younger brothers and sisters. So you've always done all of the things. So for someone to say, anyone to say that to make you feel like, or you received it, they didn't make you feel like that.
No,
you felt like that.
Yes. Yeah.
You chose to feel like that. That you're not doing enough. That's just a dagger. Why don't you just poke me in both
shoot me
eyes?
in the heart,
just
man.
Right. Yeah. Just heart and eyes. Just all at the same time. Bam.
Eyes and heart.
Yep.
Yeah. You're
That makes
100%. That's where the trigger starts. That's where it comes from, for sure. So I was sad. Like I wasn't at first. I mean, it wasn't even like didn't even get angry. I was like, it just hurt so hard.
Yeah.
But then I did, and I sat in that, and I let myself stew for a little bit in that. And then this morning, as I'm in my hot box sesh, where I get to sit and pray and be with myself.
By the way, that
in
means
a room full of other humans.
It's a sauna.
Oh, yeah.
So don't be like, okay. So don't start writing down Meg's hot box and wondering. Okay,
in the
keep
sauna.
going. Yeah.
Yeah, where I'm in a room with a lot of other sweaty men and me. And then I'm like, here's my space to pray. So I sat with myself for a little bit and with God. And I just was like, letting myself kind of go through all of that. And then it's like, okay, I'm hearing, you gave up your self-worth to someone else. Like you allowed someone else to define what your self-worth was. And I didn't make you that way. I didn't make you. You know what your self-worth is, and you know what you're doing. You need to stop doing it for others and do it because you want to for yourself. And that's the reason that I do things, but you just need to be reminded sometimes. Mm-hmm. And so now I'm feeling like wonderful because I let go of that and had the visualization of that I'm a vessel, I'm a cup, right? And I'm filled up. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that science experiment for kids where it's like they fill you up with water.
She just did the air quotes. Science experiment. Like science is a made up term. Keep going.
Science. Science. They fill up the water and then they put mud in it. And then they start filling it up with something else. And all the mud just starts coming out. And now it's filled up with something else. So I was like imagining all my mud was being like, I was being filled with God's love, which was rainbow glitter in my mind.
Of course. Iridescent,
so, yeah,
sparkly.
Just like and as it's like going in, all the mud is like coming out and it's just like blah, 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 blah. And then it was like, okay, that's what I'm full of. That's what I'm made to be. That's who I am. And I love that about myself. And I'm proud of myself for what I have been doing, how I have been showing up, and how I will always be. And it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks of that. So, and even though it was my husband, that was, I think, what maybe made it a little bit harder, but it still doesn't, he does matter. His feelings matter. His experience matters. But that moment of him going through that didn't need to reflect that way on me. Mm-hmm. So here we are talking about that instead of Christmas.
No, these are important things because I think there's so many emotions that bubble up over the holidays and we are more easily triggered. So when you experience something like that, how do you fill yourself up? Because so many of us go externally. Mm-hmm. Like we're like, I need somebody else to validate me. No, I'm going to argue with my husband until he realizes I'm right and he's wrong. I've been doing all of it, not you. Like there's that side of it. Or I'm going to go to all my friends, or I'm going to do the one worst. Like this just bugs me. I'm going to tell you guys straight up. When you go on Facebook or social media and then you call somebody out for being a D-bag, when we talk about like all the negative naysayers on, I get being authentic, but when you're like, I'm going to throw someone under the bus because I need everybody else to fill my cup up.
Yeah.
Where you went and you filled your own cup up. You prayed, you visualized, you connected, and you realized your own self-value and worth. And then you're able to, like, you even realized that was a trigger for me. And when you can acknowledge your trigger, it doesn't mean you're not going to get triggered.
No.
It means that you can relax through the trigger.
Yeah.
So I think
that I can recognize that that's what it was. And when it comes up again, maybe I won't need 2 days to be sad. Maybe I'll just need one or whatever that is. And I think that I was just feeling there's just been a lot happening in our world, which y'all know. And prior to this, there was still a lot happening.
Yeah.
And I think that I was realizing that I have a lot of stored up emotion in my body that I haven't processed in a physical way yet. So I think that was part of this as well. Those 2 days that I needed to cry and feel sad or to do nothing. Like I really just laid in bed yesterday and I can't even, it's been years since I've done like bed rotting. You know what I mean? Like I sat in bed, I rot in bed and watched crappy shows. I watched that new show with Kim Kardashian, her new All's Fair. Oh my gosh. Hey, just so you know, Kim, you're doing a pretty good job. I thought you were going to be a horrible actress and you're not. You're an amazing, it was really good. I'm really happy.
She didn't mean crappy show, Kim. She meant that was a fantastic banger of a job.
You're
Kim.
doing a banger of a job. But anyways, there we are. So And then I think that it is true because in the holidays, there is so much, your emotions are high. There's a lot of kind of chaos. It's great chaos, but there's kind of a lot of chaos.
Yeah.
Expectations. I mean, even family members that maybe you don't see all the time that do trigger you, or they want to talk about things that trigger you because that's when they finally have a platform or whatever that is, you know? So, going in and just maybe doing it backwards than what I did and starting by filling up.
Yeah. Fill yourself up before you go in and recognize. I think that that's such a great thing for us to think about, especially during this season, is that you likely are going to expose yourself to some people who trigger you in different ways than who you normally decide to be around. Maybe not everybody, maybe y'all are around the same people that you're around for Christmas as you are all the other times. But I'm guessing your backyard barbecue probably happens with a very selective, like you handpick those people, where your holidays, it's like you're at the company party or you're at whatever different like family functions, and you know that your uncle so-and-so is going to act a certain way the entire time and it's going to drive you effing batty. But if you can coach yourself walking into that to like have a thicker skin in those moments so you can emotionally process at a better time, maybe. Right. Because we do need to emotionally process those things and wonder, like, why does that bug me so much? Like, why does that specific person like just eke me out so much? And I know for me, Megs, what's hard about that is I have such great, or I don't know if it's great actually, but like thick boundaries that I don't really allow myself to be around people who make me feel a certain way or who carry a certain negative or pessimistic energy. I kind of just walk away. I have this like F off attitude with a smile. I'm like, oh, it's so great to see you. I gotta go. Right? Yeah. But during the holidays, you don't get to pick that.
Yeah. There's not as much space that you have to allow yourself to do that. You kind of, are almost like having to face those things. You know what I mean? Especially I can do a comparison in like a smaller family to a bigger family. Like in a big family, you're just like, bye, you know, like I'm going to go talk to these people. But in a smaller situation, or even like a company party, like you're saying, like you are having to face those people if you show up, if that's what you decide you want to do.
Yeah.
If you decide you want to be, you know, a part of that celebration, then you kind of got to figure out how to do that. But I think it was one thing too that I was having some realization in my thing, and I was just like, how perfect is that? Because you know, it's Christmas. We talk a lot about, you know, it's about Jesus really is what this is all about. And I was like, in comparison, not that I think I'm like Jesus, but isn't that what we're supposed to be made from? Is like you are made in, what is the thing? Like in likeness of him. Yes, you are to be like him. And I was like, think of all the people that were shooting him down and being like, you are crazy, or you are a liar, or you are bad, or whatever. And here it's like, he just continued on and didn't care and didn't take that internally, and was just like, okay, I know my purpose though. I know what I'm here for. And I know that I'm here to save the world, basically, you know? And so,
well, it reminds me of the classic verse from the Bible, whatever. Let's just pretend like I said a verse name right there. I'm rubber and you're glue, and whatever you say bounces off to me and sticks to you. Praise be.
Amen. Hallelujah. That's it. That's the one right there.
But like as you were saying that, I'm just picturing Jesus, and he's just got all these insults, and he's just like, and like pew pew pew, and he's just like bouncing off.
I'm rubber.
Yeah, you're glue, bro. And he's not even thinking you're glue, because he's not even trying to shoot it back. But like really just allowing ourselves to provide another boundary of like, I don't receive your words because my self-value is so high. I don't have to receive those. Another thing I was thinking about is you can make it a game. Like you go into the holidays and you're like, okay, let's talk about the number of times that Aunt so-and-so interrupts, or how she like, let's see if she asks one question about someone else, or like whatever, you know, is their little thing. Because I think something so important for all of us as we continue to walk through life and do life, because we have to be around different people, is to remember that they are who they are and they're not who they're not. So that aunt is always going to talk about themselves, and they're never going to ask you about your life or how you're doing.
And you can meet them where they're at.
Yeah, and if you want
that.
if you want to play the game and you want to keep listening, then let's start tallying it up. Or if you want to say, I have to go poop in the middle of the conversation,
Just look her right in the eyes and say that.
Yeah.
She'll love it. One thing that I know that Cal does that I love, and I think it is a game. It can be a really, really great game. And I think it's a game that you should probably teach your kids too. Is I'm
on edge. I'm like, ooh, what is it?
Is whenever somebody's talking to you about anything negative, you do your best to turn it around and be positive. Like anything that they can say, just do your best to like be engaged in the conversation. And you're not trying to be facetious in any way, but it's like, okay, when they tell you, oh, I've been having this, I've been crapping my pants, and they're just like, and this is horrible, and I hate my life. And then you could turn around and be like, oh, but then you get to buy all new panties, or like, isn't that so cool? I would love that. Like, isn't that amazing? And I love that you do that. And I think it would be a really fun game to do, especially with those really hard people, because I think too, that also helps you to be in their space. I bet they would love to talk to you because they probably realize that you don't talk to them that much.
Well, and then if they don't want to hear it, if people aren't in the space to hear that yet, they will walk away. And
they'll be the ones to walk away.
And then you're like, cool, like they're not ready to receive this. And that's perfect because they can go be in their space.
Bye.
And you can get and find your new humans that you may or may not want to be around.
Yes.
We got a lot of good games.
We do.
For you guys to start.
Holiday. These are the new holiday games.
This is, let's just see how many
Hasbro,
times.
Call us.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yep.
So that's how you just get through the trauma of Christmas. Here's something we did not intend to talk about, and it's going to be a little bit of a shift, but as I really think about people going into the holidays and feeling stressed about the holidays, or feeling the stress of showing up perfectly and not comparing, and how do you schedule everything? That's one type of stress. But this is going to be our first Christmas without some humans.
Yeah.
Because we've had
quite
a
few.
Yeah. And as you walk into that, there are going to be seasons of this 'tis the season. There are going to be 'tis the seasons where you just aren't elated. And that just is. That's part of your grieving process, and it's part of going through. And it's
part of loving people.
Yeah, because you're gonna have that space. And I will, of course, encourage you to love the ones you're with, and love the ones who are there, and connect. And
love the ones you're with.
I know. I was like, I feel like that's
the
a
ones
song.
you're with.
Yes. and feel their presence, or visualize them like looking down and being still in your space. And also, if it's a year where you're like, our family's going to stay home and be in our sweatpants the entire time, and we're just gonna I don't want to say commiserate, but we're just going to memorize or like bring up all the memories of this person in our world. That's a beautiful thing too.
Absolutely.
Because sometimes you just have those types of holidays.
Yep.
I know we do a lot of we do a lot of bringing our people with us. So we'll carry them in different spirits through their clothes or their perfume or their just any sort of just way we can just bring them to the party. We're like, I know that this is just your bag, but also come on, let's go to a Christmas party.
Get in. We're going to the party. And I think that a lot of people maybe like poo-poo it or whatever, that signs. And that's okay. You don't have to believe in signs, or you can choose to believe in every sign. Like you can choose that every little thing that makes you think of that person when it shows up is that person, or at least some part of your energies together, like remembering each other, or them coming into your space. Because I will take the smallest thing and be like, oh, there she is. Hi, I love you. Like just the smallest, like, oh, a speck of dust. There it is. Hi.
There you are. Thank you. Every eagle. I'm like, hey, Megs, I just wanted you to know Alan just said hi.
I know.
I just saw him. And now when you start to know each other's signs too, then you get to keep their spirit alive and in your heart, keep them alive in your heart, which I think is such a beautiful way to celebrate someone. And, every time that song plays, then that's them and their presence. Or like you were talking about our Tom and Jerry's in one of the last episodes.
Yeah.
Like that is Grandpa who always has this consistent place and space in the celebration. And he's always there in some level, which is really cool.
It is cool.
Oh, man. So that was just quick. Let's round the robin to the death train Christmas. Oh, that's cool.
Choo-choo.
Facts of life. You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have
Facts of life.
the facts of life. So, have you guys seen one of the new reels that's going around, like how moms get a break during Christmas? They just close the door, lock it, and then just like have wrapping paper sit there. Like, so you're just sitting there like scrolling or reading your book or whatever, and kids come up like, "Mom," you're like, "I'm wrapping presents." And you just like jangle the
Don't come in.
you jangle the paper real quick and go right back to what you're doing. Do you guys remember Cracker Barrel? Who's got Cracker Barrel? Do you like that? That's still a thing here in Colorado. There's one
by my house.
Yeah. And they wrap presents for you. You can I know when you're there and you buy something, but I remember one of my friends in high school was a present wrapper for there and she was really, really good. So you could fake ass wrap all your stuff. And then one day just go to the good old CB, the good old Cracker Barrel. They probably don't even do it anymore. So I hope you guys show up with 18 boxes and they're just like, I'm sorry. What did you want?
I'm here for the wrapping.
Did you want a shepherd's pie or what? I don't know what you're here for.
You want some bland ass food? No. Oh, you wanted us to wrap your presents?
Yeah,
Sorry.
go somewhere else.
Just kidding, Cracker
We're
Barrel.
busy. Yeah.
Unless you love it.
You're doing great. You're doing a great job for your demographic.
Yes.
Keep it up.
That is 100% true.
So are you done with your Christmas shopping? Have you started your Christmas? How you doing?
Remember that thing that you bought for all the kids?
Yeah.
I got one. I got one.
I bought that. Got that. Did that. So that's a good job.
Oh,
That's not bad.
Yeah. So
I'm proud of you.
I have a list. I have my list done. I have a
Okay.
list of all the people.
That's the first step.
And I know we're talking about Christmas, but we haven't gone through Thanksgiving yet, and I can't do Christmas until that's just in me. That's just in my heart.
She can't even commit to Christmas Day yet. She's got to figure out what happens. And then let me just tell you guys, we both celebrate our birthdays right after. So all you other siznatches who are like, this is my birthday month, and you celebrate for 4 weeks straight.
In June.
Yeah, Jesus trumps all, okay? Jesus trumps all 30 days before and 30 days after.
Yeah.
So when Jesus
Because people are like, I just bought you a present.
yeah, we just did that, okay? We just celebrated Jesus. A high five that you turn another year. Great job.
Bang up job.
Great job.
Keep doing that.
Yep. So if your birthday's 2 days after Christmas and on your mom's birthday, don't bother. Don't try to even think about your birthday. Or if it's just right smack dab in the middle of January when there's
just
a blizzard.
2 weeks after.
Yeah.
That's great too.
Yeah. And also still nobody wants to celebrate with you.
Yeah.
They are tired. They just did their New Year's resolutions. They don't want to go out with you.
Nope. Nobody's drinking anymore.
It's
Everyone's
dry January.
Dry January.
Yep. I'm busy.
Everyone's
I'm poor.
Yep. Everyone's poor. They're busy. They just got back to school. So they're all the things. And there's usually was a blizzard.
Yeah. So we're not speaking about us or anything. My birthday's not the 27th. Meg's is not the 13th. And also Quincy's isn't right in between there on the 7th. That's fine.
I know.
We don't
know.
have any of that.
I got a nephew. I have a niece who's the 21st of December and a nephew who's the 26th of December too. So
yeah. And then Grandma.
I know.
Grandma's the 26th. She's having her first heavenly birthday this year.
Yeah.
We can celebrate. We'll celebrate her too.
Oh yeah, they're having a great celebration. I'm sure.
Oh my gosh, because they got the whole lot of them up there.
Per near, the best celebration she's ever had.
Sounds about right. Good on you, Meg.
Yep, that's so good. Per near. Cut my finger off.
I've never heard that, and I'm going to use it 100% of the time.
I don't even think that's right, but that's how she said it.
Yeah, no,
I don't even know what the actual is. She would say a per near, per near cut my finger off, or a per near fell on my ass.
So it's almost.
Yeah,
a per near,
almost. But
a per near. Yeah, okay.
Per near.
Done. And you also learned a word of the day. We're going to start adding that to every episode.
Luckies.
You're welcome. You guys always get the cool stuff. Merry Christmas. That was your present today. This season.
If your birthday's in January or December, that's your birthday present too.
Oh, yeah. That's what we meant. Yeah. Hey, I wrapped your Christmas present. By the way, it's for your birthday also. I hope you enjoy it.
I love you.
It's great. It's fine. We don't need presents.
See you next year.
Yeah. This is where we talk about the creative solutions of all your holiday birthdays, of having the half birthday.
Yeah.
And you think you're going to do it, and then you just never do it. But we're doing it. 2026 is our year. We're going to say it every year until one of these years is our
Every year is our year.
It is. Today's our day. This minute's our minute. And this year's our year.
Yep, exactly. And that's why we celebrate every day.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, because we got to. Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise Lupeets. You guys, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah and all of the other holidays that
Whatever
I don't
you
know.
celebrate.
Whatever you celebrate.
hope
Happy
it's a
of
happy
that.
one. Yeah.
I hope it's a happy day. And I hope that you can get out of your own way and make some new memories that light you up. And just to remember from the beginning of the episode, you're going to fuck up your parenting. You're just going to do a bad job. You are meant to mess up your kids. So the fact that you were 5 minutes late to taekwondo, or your child couldn't go enjoy their Christmas celebration and they're forever wounded.
Yep. Or you bought the wrong color of the gift they wanted.
Yep. They're going to be better. They're going to work their way through it, and they're going to grow because of it. So you just did them a favor, you know? So we just want to shout you out. You're doing great, moms.
Doing great.
You're doing a banger of a job. Good job. All right. Well, we love you guys.
Love your guts.
Love your guts. See you
Happy
next
holidays.
Tuesday.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Woo!
Thanks for joining, and don't forget to subscribe and, of course, share with your friends. Guys, that's how we impact more lives. All right, see you next time.
If you want to attract the masses,
These are the original Crocs.
Croc socks.
It's like moths to a flame. That's how you attract them.
You look hideous. That was to myself. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
I took it in a whole different direction.
I feel like I'm right in your business. Like, why am I sitting in the middle of the couch today? Fantastical.
Because you just missed me.
I did miss you.
My pants are really tight.
Hey, so you guys want to talk about trauma? Let's do it.
Let's do it. Christmas.